Don't you just love it when this stuff don't work? Total nonsense. Mm. Anyway, oh, that's weird. It's made me all elongated. Anyway, I'm going to read. Anyone cares to listen from the magical passes? I don't think you want to see my. This is so weird. What is going on with this blooming machine? Good God. It's nuts. Right, hang on a minute. Sometimes you just got to do silly things, don't you? Life has become silly. Right, sorry, you're not going to see my ugly mug. Here we go. Continuing on. Tensegrity. Kind of important. So, Don Juan was talking to Castaneda about breathing. We don't breathe properly these days, do we? And by the way, wherever you are on this place, this realm, have a good one. But in the meanwhile, there's a last little section that goes with my last upload. Talking about breath, it is highly recommended because if you don't breathe, you won't be here for much longer. Anywho, therefore, in the movements of tensegrity that call for deep inhalations and exhalations, that these be accomplished by slowing down the inflow or outflow of air. There we are. In order to make the inhalation and exhalations longer and more profound. When you actually have to think about when you're breathing. You know, people say, well, no, your body is autonomous. It'll just do its stuff. Well, actually, it won't for much longer if you don't do these things. And they're like ancient. It's not airy fairy, modern, you know, woke stuff. This is ancient. Breath work is ancient. I mean, it's been around since any kind of consciousness has been around. Another important issue concerning the breathing in tensegrity is that breathing is normal while executing the tensegrity movements. Unless otherwise specified in the description of any given magical pass. We're still on the numbers here. Our favourite number, number 13. Loads of people get triggered by this number, but actually it is quite a profound number. Another consideration in performing the tensegrity movements is the realization that has to come to practitioners that tensegrity is, in essence, the interplay between relaxing and tensing. So we all have clenching abilities, and this is really important. So, the interplay between relaxing and tensing the muscles of the choice parts of the body in order to arrive at a most coveted physical explosion, which the sorcerers of ancient Mexico knew only as the energy of the tendons. This is a veritable explosion of the nerves and tendons below or at the core of the muscles. Given that tensegrity is the tension and relaxation of muscles, the intensity of the muscle tension, and the length of time that the muscles are kept in that state. This is something for ladies and gentlemen, if you're young and you wanna have children, and even if you're old, for two different reasons. So birth will be easier, so will conception be easier. If you sit, you find the best position where you can get tension in your groin, and this is for women and men, you will build, you'll also have a better like physical life later on in life. I've done this since I was a young girl. You tense your groin muscles, but you do it with breathing. I learnt this when I was quite young. But you continue this through your life the best you possibly can. And there's always places you can do this. It's very private. Nobody knows what's going on. This is your private tensegrity exercises. And they're brilliant. When I learned this, I hadn't even heard about this book. I'd never even come across this book. So this is kind of a affirmation of what I learned from really private conversations. And this is the thing, people don't talk anymore. What's that song? It's so funny how we don't talk anymore. Anywho, so number 13. Blah, blah, blah. So it's the interplay between relaxing and tensing the muscles of choice parts. So you can concentrate on those parts and do tensegrity, which is relax, clench. I mean, it's simplified. To arrive at a most coveted physical explosion, which the sorcerers of ancient Mako knew only as the energy of the tendons. This is a veritable explosion of the nerves and tendons below or at a core of the muscles. Given that tensegrity is the tension and relaxation of muscles, I mean, this isn't complicated shit. I mean, what's going on with people? We get healthier when we do this and eat good stuff and go out in nature, breathe in the air, all that stuff, and pet animals, and don't be afraid of spiders. The intensity of the muscle tension and the length of time that the muscles are kept in that state in any given magical pass. It depends on the strength of the participant. It is recommended that at the beginning of the practice, the tension be minimal and the length of time as brief as possible. It's like it's like anything. We learn slowly. So if we do little things a little bit at a time, before you know it, you've built this amazing thing, whatever it may be. But you don't build it for it to be crap, obviously. You know, you're building it to be the most beautiful thing that you can possibly create. So given that tensegrity is the tension and relaxation of muscles, I continue. And to be kept in that state. And those are magical passes. And we know this instinctively. You know, we knew this as when we first arrived here. But then we were told, oh no, you mustn't do that. Naughty, naughty. So it depends on the strength of the participant. It is recommended that at the beginning of the practice, the tension be minimal. You build up, you do it slowly, like with anything. You don't learn to sharpen a knife just like they're not going to give you the knife and then the sharpening stone and go, well, go sharpen your knife. They're going to show you how to do it. So that's what it is. You when we actually remember what we know, because we do actually, we contain all this stuff, but we've forgotten. So as the body gets warmer, because with movement you create heat, and so you create even more energy. The tension should become greater and the length of time extended, but always in a moderate fashion. Next chapter, I'll do next time. So thanks for listening, if you bother, and bless you all.